Hello, welcome back to the Cricket Draft, where today I am joined by Gloucestershire's paceman, Marchant de Lange. How are you, sir? How's your winter been?
Hello, Dan. No, thank you guys for having me on first. Really appreciate it. It's awesome having a little bit of a chin wag with you guys. Winter's been good so far. Um, yeah, hopefully the sun will come out a bit more. But no, training has been going really well.
Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Hey, look, if it's the first time you're watching the channel, please subscribe. There's loads of content coming up with different counties, different players. There's a cricket draft show will be coming for the county championship as well. This podcast is on audio platforms. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all those good places too. So go ahead and do that. But we're going to have a chat with Marchant today. We're going to talk about Gloucestershire. We're going to talk about 2025, and we're going to talk about your ultimate fantasy cricket 11, which I know that you're panicking about, but I'm excited for it. So I'm going to talk to you first, though. I'm going to talk to you about preseason. We spoke about it a little bit, but generally, kind of how's it going? How does it differ for you, being someone that obviously bowls the pace that you do? Have you been away this winter? Have you spent all of it down in Bristol? What's been going on?
Well, that's a lot of good questions in there. Yeah, obviously I had goals of end of the season. I think majority of cricketers take a little bit of a break there, spend time with family, and then as we move closer, obviously to December and November, December, did my normal pre-ab rehab stuff, trying to get as quick as possible. Don't lose as much. How can I say fitness and strength throughout? I think cricket is 365 days now, so you've got to be ready with all the comps and tournaments around the world. And yeah, had a bit of a niggle, which has hindered me from going overseas, which I wasn't too happy about. But that's life. That's life. But otherwise, yeah, managed it really well. All fit and healthy, and yeah, back with a new season just around the corner. And yeah, I've been training really well. Pretty hard at times because obviously accessibility to full run ups. I think a lot of bowlers will be in the same boat as well. So yeah, majority of your work are from a shorter run up and indoors. But I can't complain. Coming back to that point, we make it work. We try our level best, and yeah, another season around the corner.
I love to hear it. And so many people will be so excited to see you back on the cricket field as
Oh,
well,
bless.
which is fantastic.
Thank
Mark
you.
Elaine came back to Gloucestershire last year as a head coach and immediately brought success to the county, winning the Blast title. How big of an impact has he had on the dressing room and the squad and helping the team get better and flourish?
Yeah, I think it's a great, coach has been a great addition for us as a squad. Um, Not taking anything away from obviously the accolades and stuff, but it's also been a bit of uh, a building phase the last 3 years. Yeah, at lost. So yeah, a lot of previous hard work has obviously filtered through, and yeah, coach had success with us last year in 2025, won the Blast, and a lot of the boys achieved a lot of levels that that we want guys to play at, and be ready for. So no, great turnaround to be fair, and yeah, it's not the easiest comp to win, and yeah, I think we've played some good cricket throughout, and especially on finals day, played probably our best cricket on the day. So yeah, no, the guys did really, really well.
With obviously the success in T20 cricket, fantastic. The championship was a little bit tougher
Yeah.
last year. There was one incredible game at Wantage Road, which I got the pleasure of watching you bowl at. But what are the main focuses for yourself and for the team in 2025? Is it to climb the table in Division Two and look to Division One?
I think no, 100%. I think that's the. I, I don't think if you chat to anybody, the goal will be to stay at the bottom. Let me be honest. No, we want to go all the way, and like we've built our foundations still over the last 2 years. Last year we had a good run in scoring a lot of runs and putting runs on the board, which is very helpful in 4-day cricket. But end of the day, I'm part of the bowling pack, and you need 20 wickets to win you championship games. So it's It's a challenge. It's a challenge. I think in the modern day, we all know the situation of where it's at, and you need a whole squad to obviously buy in and make sure everyone's fit. As we know, guys always speak about rotation and that, but I think every single member um, has got a big role to play, especially in championship cricket. So we want to go all the way and go up. Who doesn't want to play Div One and win the title there as well? So um, that's still something I've been chasing everywhere I've been part of, like club wise. You want to be part of titles. That's why I do what I love and love what I do. Um, yeah, as a bowler, it's not always as smiley at times. The body takes a bit of beating up and down, but no, I think with our new coach and the squad that we've got, I think why not? We need our mindsets needs to be there to push and go up 100%.
You mentioned the squad, and
Mm,
from the outside, it looks like a really well balanced
mm.
squad with youth and experience at the minute down at
Yeah,
Bristol. Loads of the younger players getting experience in first team cricket, which is
yeah.
fantastic. If I was to press you for one of the youngsters, who do you think is going to have a breakthrough season in
Oh,
2025?
well done on that. I love it. Put me on the spot straight away. No,
Hey, I've
it's
given you
really good.
3 questions. This has been a soft
I
start,
love it.
Marshall.
I can't wait for the hard ones. Like I think last season you saw a little bit of a glimpse. My fellow youngster coming through, Archie Bailey, made his debut at Lords, did fairly well in that game, and I can see progress. Obviously, working with him off season here as well, um, getting more robust, getting ready. We've got Joe Phillips as well coming through. We've got a couple of other youngsters as well that's pushing and really um, trying to get their way into the first, which every youngster should do in my eyes. Yeah, and it keeps the squad healthy as well. You want competitive competition within your dressing room. It just gets the best out of players as well, and yeah, it keeps everyone on the drive, towards the title. Um, but you've said it before, county championship. These games, they come thick and fast, and you need to tap into your resources as well. So a lot of the times, guys will be managed in and among that. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But there's a lot of this. There's exciting youth coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. You've obviously had
Mm.
a much more established career than those youngsters coming through. You've represented South Africa. You've played franchise cricket all around the world as well. With everything that you've learned and you've experienced, what advice would you give yourself if you could? If you could throw yourself back to an 18-year-old
I
Marshall.
love it.
See, these are
I
big, deep
love it.
questions here for you.
Very good. Very good. As I get younger day by day, I think back on my youth. What do you call it? Yeah, at 18, I would have, I would have tried to tell myself, listen, stay calm, stay in the moment a bit more. Try and understand your game as quick as possible. Um, it's easier said than done, all these things. And that's why they say, experience comes obviously through time and you build it up over life. And that's unfortunately how life works. But if I can speed up the process for the youngsters, we try and convey the message across to say, listen, take it all in, work hard, success will come. But also, like, I'm pretty old school. You've got to still earn your stripes in life. Go through the tough times. That's what makes you more resilient. And yeah, I'm a bowler. Injuries comes and goes. Youngsters, they experience it here and there, and then they feel like, oh, you know what, I can't overcome this. But there's a lot of help, and they seniors around you. So yeah, if I tell my young 18-year-old ages ago, yeah, just enjoy the ride as well. It sounds silly, but yeah, if I think back, what I would give to be 18 again. Yeah, so that will be my message.
No, I think it's a great answer. Genuinely, I think it's a
Great.
great answer, and I think
Right,
I think
thanks.
as you say, like that is part of getting more experience. You learn from experiences and mistakes, and you're, as you say, you're in a position now that you've got the youngsters there that they
Yeah.
can kind of come to you for advice, and you can share those life experiences, but I'm sure you're kind of
No,
keen to do.
I think you've spoken to a lot of players as well. We all move in, everyone moves in different roles, is in different setups in their own teams as well. Um, yeah, where I still want to play at the highest level. It sounds silly to a lot of people out there, but I've I've always put these bars in place, to reach, because yeah, why wake up in the morning if you don't have any goals or stuff to dream for? So I'm pretty old school. I want to still reach a certain target and take a lot of poles still and score runs and just be part of you know also trophies. It sounds silly, but you I want to be part of winning teams. Who doesn't? Who doesn't in sports? So um, yeah, waking up with a lot of ambition every day as well, with the good and the bad times. But that's life. That's life. So yeah, it's like you said, just exciting times ahead.
No, I completely agree with you. I completely agree. The cricket draft, the game itself.
Oh,
I don't know whether you're a fantasy sports man generally.
how do you
Um,
know? Can you see it in my eyes?
I don't know. I don't know. But we've set you a challenge. We've set you a challenge. We've been relatively kind. We've taken one of the big constraints away, is the fact that you've got no
Yeah.
budget to play. You can spend
Nah.
as much as you like. But we challenge you to build your fantasy county championship 11 for 2025, with the only rules that you've got to play with are the fact you're only allowed 3 players per county. You've got to have a bit of a mixture between 3 or 5 batters, 2 and 4 rounders, a wicketkeeper, and three and 5 bowlers. With that in mind, have you done any preparation? Are you here
I
just to wing it and vibe it
I will
out?
be
What kind
honest
of
with.
guy are you, Marchant?
Firstly, let me be brutally honest with you. I will get it. I've not done no preparation for that. I'm not great with technology. So to all the viewers who subscribing, please subscribe, and I'll try my level best to convey a decent team. Um, yeah, and the thing is, like, a lot of a lot of the youth, they've been on it. They've been on it. They literally, and funny enough, you learn so much about your own game as well. And there's certain challenges throughout this fantasy team that you want to, it pushes guys as well. It's funny how it works, but yeah, you know, you sit in the dressing room after games play, and guys are going on these, and you've got it in football and in all other sports as well. But it just makes you speak about the game a bit more as well, and you're literally looking into other players and how they're doing and how did they get to successful games. Or so, yeah, it is a game in itself, but at the same time, you can learn so much through it. And I'm going to try my level best.
Hey,
I'm not the greatest at this, but
for
yeah,
reference,
where do I
Marshall,
start?
you are only 34 years old. You're speaking as if like you haven't had an iPhone or a laptop in
Oh,
your
yeah,
life. Like,
I knew summary or exposure. I love it though.
but and look, if I can help with this team, if you've got any questions about it,
I
fire
would
them
like
over. I'll do my
I would
best to
like
help.
to know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one, especially when it comes also to the all rounders as well. I've got a specific player in there. I'm gonna throw his name out. I think Ryan Higgins will be one of my all rounders in there. Um, what do you call it? I think if I start with the bowling department, which is obviously part of my forte, yeah, I can see I've got Ajin Singh Dale that's here with me. I'm going to throw him in there. I think he's preparing well. He's building season after season, and I'm sure his success will come. Um, we'll put him down at what 11. His batting is also improving, so guys shouldn't think that these tail enders can't score runs. Um, yeah, and then obviously the obvious guys is obviously at the top. They wouldn't have played Div 1 if they're not performing for their counties. So I know Potts is up with England, but if he gets a chance to play for Durham, he's also up there. He could be an all rounder as well. You never know. Yeah, then you have to assist me. I don't know what the other boys would have said across the line. Opening is one of the toughest jobs for me personally, since I've been part of the England environment, England circuit and county chips, championship specifically, especially April, May, the Duke brings a lot of challenge in there. I'm going to have to go with my fellow class player, Cameron Bancroft,
Yeah.
as an overseas, as an opener. Who else would like to open with him?
There are a lot of good options. Bancroft scored a lot of points last year.
He is one of my decent options, not just because he's a teammate, but I know the capability as well. He's obviously played for his country, and he's a lovely lad.
Keaton Jennings, Rory Burns, those kind of guys would score a lot.
I was thinking, I'm going to go with Keaton Jennings. He was going to be, I think they will suit each other. Their combination of batting will be brilliant together. I've played against Rory Burns. I do enjoy him as well, but I'm rather going to go with Jennings there. At 3, I will go for, shouldn't say this probably, but is it Safa Bettingham from Durham?
Very popular pick.
I think he's at that stage in his career. I think he's in a purple patch in his career, so I need someone to take the game a bit forward there, 4 and 5. And you say only 3 from every county. I do enjoy that.
So you've got one space left for a Gloucestershire player. You've got one space left for a Durham player in this team, if that's what you wanted.
If I may ask, what is the names out there at 4? Who's popular? Who's not?
Okay.
So come to mind. I need a bit of help and assistance, especially with the top.
You're in that kind of area where you can start thinking about genuine all-rounders. There's one from Hampshire, which is pretty popular in Liam Dawson. He would be.
I know you're going to say he was going to be my number 6.
Yeah, I can get him in the team for you. So he can get in there.
You can put him at 6, please. He will be there.
You've got a wicket keeper to pick in there as well.
Yeah, more 4 and 5 is more my danger spots. Keeper wise. Oh, wow. I've got to think about this one.
So there's a few options in county cricket at the minute for a wicket keeper that was scoring a lot of points. Joe Clark would be an option. Ben Folkes potentially at Surrey. Now that England are kind of looking at Jamie Smith.
This is what makes it so interesting as well. Is obviously where's the direction going as well of the England setup, and then it's easier said than done. You do your team now, but you want maximize points.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've got to think who will be in and out of teams, where they'll play, who they'll pick. So there's a lot more behind the scenes than
it's tough. It's not just
putting it down on paper.
Exactly.
The way England is going, I agree with folks. He's a great loveman, so you can put him down. You can put him down for me.
He's in.
I know he'll contribute with the bat as always. He's definitely he plays the anchor role, I can see, for Surrey, and a lot of the times if they were in a tight position, he'll drag them out of that and get them into a lead. So so folks, great option. There was a couple of others as well, obviously, that by class. James Bracey had a decent season as well, with the gloves and with the bat. So it was between them both, to be fair. In his defense. Let's go at 4. I need someone to take the guy. There's only one guy I would have picked there.
Go for it. It's your team.
That would have been Mr. Vince, but he said, listen, enough is enough.
He's not helped, is he? He's not helped.
I've played 7 years here, and he's been consistently dominating, especially in that era. You know way more than I know.
In the way the game works, it doesn't have to be a number 4. So you could pick. There could be, as I've mentioned, a Joe Clark. There could be a Tom Abel.
I hear what you're saying.
It could be a Jordan Cox there. There could be any of those kind of a Miles Hammond potentially as well.
My thing is as well is obviously I want to outscore the rest of the guys making their teams. So that's why I'm thinking, listen, I'm not going to take it easy on them. you've got to be coxy there, because I
Yeah.
think a double 100 is up for cards. 2 of them in a season. You never know.
Yeah.
That's the type of player he is, and he can score you big.
To give you just before you kind of go on there, just to say where you are at the minute, we've got Bancroft and Jennings with Bedingham, Cox, and Folkes as the kind of the middle order batters and a wicket keeper, with Liam Dawson and Ryan Higgins as your all-rounders. Matty Potts, Ajit Singh Dale as your 10 and 11. So you've got actually at the minute, you've just got an 8 and 9 left in this 11. Yeah.
I'm going to throw one out there, and it was a player, the ex-player. Yeah. I'm going to throw Zafar Goa in there.
Yeah.
I think now that he's signed at Middlesex, it might be great for him as well individually, but also for my team. He might get a lot of games and bowl a couple of overs as well. The popular one is obviously between him or Simon Armour. That's another one.
Again, this game of cricket is played online, Marchant, as well. So you could go into a weekend with 3 spinners in the county championship, which sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But you could do it if you wanted to.
It does. Yeah, throw Simon Harmer in there. You've got to.
Simon Harmer and Zafar Gohar.
No, I need a seamer. That's going to score me points. Give me Simon Harmer for now.
Yeah.
I'll leave Zafar Gohar, and then I'll go for... I was thinking Jaden Seals as well, if he's back.
He signed for Sussex again, hasn't he?
He's back. He's ready for Div 1. That could be a wild card though, because different decks, different.
But is he a player that not other people are going to pick? Could he be a difference maker? Is he going to be the guy that's going to separate you from your teammates?
Good at this? He's definitely a difference maker. Well played. Throw him in there.
Sold.
Let's go. Singdale, Potts, Seal, Harmer, Dawson, Folkes. Then
Higgins.
I've got Higgins.
And then Cox, Bedingham, Jennings, and Bancroft.
Buzzing. I think we've got there. Do you
know the thing I absolutely love is the fact that you've done this as a bowler and you've gone 11 up to number 1 as well?
I have to.
I'm a big fan.
I'm so OCD with that.
No, I love it. Everybody else I've spoken to has gone 1 down, and I really appreciate the fact you've gone 11 up.
Listen, you're speaking to someone that's fairly different in life as well. Yeah, as you can hear. That will be my 11. I think now that I've thought about it, I think I've got a decent squad or team there that will make me a couple of points throughout the season. I'm pretty sure. I would like some feedback after this. That will be.
I think honestly, I think you've done incredibly well. Dawson, Higgins, Harmer are 3. Well, firstly, incredible cricketers, but massive point scorers in the game as well. And between Dawson and Higgins is where I would suggest you put your captain's pick.
100%. Well said.
Jennings, Bancroft, Bedingham, Cox. You can't really go wrong. Folkes as a wicket keeper, you've got 1 in 18 really good wicket keeping options.
100%. I've played against him. He's one of the best loftmen I've seen. I rate him with the mitts, and like I said, in pressure situations, you want guys to step up. And I'm pretty happy with what I've got there. I'm pretty happy.
Should be. You should be. You've done incredibly well.
Thanks.
We just need.
I threw my fellow teammate in there as a seamer as well at the end. I think I've got high hopes there. Obviously, I can name so many at my club as well. But as like you say, you've got to go with your gut at times, and we'll see where it takes us.
But we just need to get you to download the app ahead of the season and build your team up, and then we'll see where we go. Hey,
I'll definitely do that. And all the people listening in, please get on it. It's absolutely amazing. It's good. It's good fun.
Absolutely, Marchant. Thank you so much for your time. good
Thank you,
luck
Dan.
for
Appreciate it.
2025. We're very excited to see you take the field again, and obviously be keeping track of you. I wonder how many people are going to be picking Marchant de Lange in their team. There's a big question.
Fingers
Hey,
crossed. Hopefully, I can do them proud. No, bless you guys. Thank you so
get
much.
him
Thanks
in.
for having me, Dan. Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Cheers.